Hello everybody and welcome to 999 or Zero Escape, or oh god, I should turn off my audio on the stream. Today Serby will be late, so I am now playing with Mini Zero. Mini Zero is going to keep me company for the time before Serby gets through traffic and finally gets home. Let's see here. I believe last time we were stuck in some sort of hospital. Oh, I should probably lower the audio. That was pretty loud. Now let me check the audio on the stream. All good. C-Deck Lodge Hospital Room, yes, that is correct. Hopefully without Serby's help, the Funyarinpa will guide me.
About it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
Junpei headed toward the doors, weaving his way between the beds. He started with door number 3 on the left and moved to the right until you reached door number 8. I'm in novel mode, right? Yep. Unlocked, I suppose.
Oh, it's no use. Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the Nonary game? We have to activate the red, or the numbered doors won't. Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Look, the display on the red. There's nothing on it.
Hmm?
Huh?
Don't you
Is
remember?
there no power?
The red at the central staircase? If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You're right.
But this one, there's nothing on it. Right?
I wonder if it's broken. Only one way to find out.
Not sure broken or just no power.
It's not responding.
All 4 took turns placing their hands over the red, but it refused to respond. They pulled at the lever, and still, it did nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the red for door number 8 that was behaving strangely.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
None of them are working.
What does it mean?
I knew it. They're broken. Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
What? Maybe? I don't know. Do I suck at maintenance?
No, that's impossible.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. Agree with
You really
Lotus.
think Xero, who prepared all of this?
Yeah, well, true. I mean, I am a genius, so obviously this is exactly what I had in mind.
Stupid, simple mistake?
Of course, I would never.
But that doesn't explain why this thing ain't working.
It was at that moment that they heard a voice from behind them.
I believe the bottom of the device has been removed.
Oh, so we're finally meeting up? They spun around to see...
Snake!
But it was more than just Snake. I would hope so. Or else we would have lost people.
Clover, 7.
Right. It looks like we're gonna have to use everybody here for this puzzle. Although they were glad to see one another, it wasn't terribly surprising that they had. If it had been the other party who'd opened the gate in front of the kitchen, it wasn't unreasonable that they'd bump into one another eventually. The rest of Snake's team, however, did look rather surprised.
How did you guys...
What do you mean?
You end up here?
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good idea. After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through, and how they'd ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see one another again. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of smile, almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the 9th man. Now, to be fair, the 9th guy wasn't really the most stand-up person. I'm actually also not sad about his death, but maybe I'm just cold-hearted like that. What do you think, Mini Zero? No thought, Junpei. Perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way, no. The ninth man had died, but they were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. He felt sorry for the ninth man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive.
There you have
Honestly,
it.
in this situation,
Our half of the story.
right? That's probably the best that you can hope for. His part finished, Ace fell silent. For a moment, Junpei was silent in thought. Then he spoke.
Okay, let me see if I got all this straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the Reds were already gone.
And
Yeah?
you looked all over this room, but you couldn't find anything.
So you figured that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
So you went and had a look?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And while you were looking around, you heard voices.
Which was us.
Uh-huh. So you followed the voices and came back here.
Indeed. And that was how we found you.
Why don't we check those 3 Reds again, just in case?
You're right. Huh, there's a long, thin gap on the bottom. I think it's a slot for something, probably electronic.
Maybe like a chip or something?
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
We're just gonna have to
What
find
about
it
that
then.
hallway over there. Isn't there anywhere else we can go?
No, there isn't. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
Hospital rooms. That's what's behind all those doors?
Yes.
They're
There are a
all just
number of
hospital
individual
rooms?
rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
There was an astrological symbol engraved near the keyhole, however. I was
which
able
one
to
was
get a
it?
good feel of it. I
Keyhole,
believe it
yeah.
was the symbol of Jupiter.
Jupiter?
Not again. Those goddamn things are everywhere.
I wonder what they all mean.
No, I don't think we have anything for that. For a moment, everyone was silent, deep in
While
thought.
we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
It's modeled after the Titanic, right? Of all people, it was 7 who answered, and with calm confidence.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The Gigantic?
The Gigantic?
Oh, okay. Junpei looked confused, very much as I am. So did everyone else.
What is this gigantic?
7 knit his brows for a moment, then began to explain.
The Gigantic.
Model after the Titanic.
She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
I've never heard about this ship, to be honest with you.
Actually, the Titanic had 2 sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched. The British
Makes
Navy
sense.
took her over and made her a hospital ship. At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea. She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk. What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gordain bought her. Seemed like he'd been
Lord
one of the few to
Gordain?
survive the Titanic sinking.
Right? And seeing as they put that name in brackets, I'm just gonna write that down, just in case. Let's see here. Lord Gordain. Bought Gigantic. Alright.
That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself. Which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So you're saying this Lord Gordain bought this ship?
Yeah, at least I think I am.
How do you know this, by the way,
It's
7?
impossible. No way we're in some boat
down. Just pay attention. What? That's
Damn.
it? Got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the gigantic.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured.
Yeah, it's just an assumption.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean...
Aww. Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. He scratched his head for a moment, and then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth.
I don't know.
I don't know. Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Memory isn't back?
Junpei was, he felt, legitimately shocked by what seemed to be new and very important information. Everyone else, however, seemed unimpressed. In fact, they all looked at Junpei as though he had said something very strange.
Yeah. Your point being?
What do you guys mean? He decided to revise his attitude for the next question.
Was I the only one that didn't know?
Everyone nodded.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you. I told the rest of it before we ran into you on the stairs.
Ah,
I
yeah.
don't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
Oh, it's only you. Then, almost as if to save Junpei from further embarrassment, saved by the clock. A bell began to ring from far away. Oh, saved by the bell.
Oh, a bell.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway.
Well, either way, I was right. Junpei counted each chime carefully. Huh.
11, 12.
Oh,
12.
God. We're running out of time, people.
It's midnight. Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
We don't have any time to screw around. Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We've looked everywhere in this room. That only leaves one place to look.
One?
A locked door?
Well, not just one.
Strange. Subtitles don't match with that, but...
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Oh, God.
Don't freak out. We've already searched 4 of them.
4 rooms?
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms?
Your early experiences had apparently not encouraged Lotus to trust Seven. Seven scratched his head awkwardly.
Maybe?
Alright, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes!
Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from fore to
We'll
aft.
all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
I forget what side is the starboard side. 1 second. Google, please help me. Starboard. Starboard. Is the right side. Okay.
Yeah, sounds straightforward enough.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If we
I
can't,
mean-
then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
If we can't, then we're just gonna die, so...
Then let's do this.
The details decided, they left to begin searching. Out into the hallway they went, each to the rooms they'd been assigned. However... What? What? What, however? From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. Again? It did so only once. It was one. Wait, we wasted all that time and found nothing?
I better get back to the others.
Well, I hope somebody found something. Jesus, we wasted an hour. Wait, what if there's nobody here? Okay, good. He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find 6 of the others already there.
Huh?
Ace, Santa, Clover, June, Seven, and Lotus. Wait, where's Snake? They had gathered in front of door number 8. Or perhaps to be accurate, they had gathered in front of the red next to door number 8.
What are they doing over there?
Wait, okay. We moved from, we were set on starboard and moved from fore to aft. Let me write that down, just in case. I have a feeling that money is for stealing. But not you, of course.
What happened, guys?
Say, that's a lovely purse. It was June who answered him.
Jumpy, look!
She was pointing at the red. He pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. Oh shit! Immediately he knew what she had meant.
Vacant?
Did somebody already go through? Did Snake betray us? Junpei sighed.
Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well...
Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut.
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know?
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
What? Let me see.
I mean, we're probably gonna have to look at the people who aren't here, right? Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again just to make sure. The slot that had been open on the bottom was now covered with metal.
You're right. It's in there. What about the other 2?
They're the same.
Let me take a look.
Wait, they all just got fixed? Junpei quickly examined the other 2 boxes.
It's just
Oh my
as you
god.
said.
Satisfied that they were also repaired, but still very confused, he returned to the others. It's not some sort of like time system, right? Where it only unlocks at a certain time?
Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Correct.
None.
Ace and June nodded silently. Seven raised his hands as if to say, "Not me," and Santa just shrugged. Yeah, Snake is not here, Clover. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
Huh. Wait a minute.
That was when he noticed. Where's Snake?
Where's Snake?
Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen.
Does that mean that he found them?
It seems like that. Probably isn't that, but...
There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
Exactly, Ace.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
No idea,
Maybe
man.
he's lost.
I highly doubt that.
Seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
Right, like, you make a good point, Santa, but the fact that he's been able to get around here on his own points, it seems a bit too sus. Clover raised her head.
No! That's impossible!
Suddenly, she was shouting. What does she mean by impossible?
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see. So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible.
Clover had started to shake and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes.
I'm gonna go look for him!
The words were barely out of her mouth when she began to run.
Hold on, Clover. Wait.
Oh god. Please let nothing happen to anybody here. Unless if Snake's a traitor. Junpei cried out to her, but he was too slow. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was gone.
Well, that didn't work. Damn it. What should we do now?
I wonder.
Well, the red is working now.
No! We're not leaving two people behind! We should go look for them!
Yeah.
Oh man, this ain't good.
The problem here is that it's gonna waste a bit of our time now. Hopefully this won't come to bite us in the ass.
Excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Damn, Santo is just
if you feel you must, but
leaving
there's
it
no
straight.
time. We've only 5 hours left.
Yeah. Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off at a run. Surprisingly, 9 hours is going by really, really fast. In front of the stairs that led to B-Deck, they decided to split up.
Alright, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
Soon, only 2 of them were left. Those 2 were Junpei and June, who had been a few steps behind the
We
others.
should go too.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Oh shit. I hope this is not an important decision. Oh god. Casino, B-Deck, first class cabin, the hallway with all the rooms. Back to the large hospital room. Back to the large hospital room? Why would we go? Oh god, I don't have Survey here to help me. Oh jeez, oh man. Casino, first class cabin. Where would it make sense to search? Maybe I'll choose the second option, the first class cabin.
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B-Deck?
Imagine if that one decision makes it so that I can't get the true ending. Only bad endings ahead now. Damn it.
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
They took off, up the stairs at a run. Outside of the first class cabin, they found Clover. Oh shit! She was standing in front of the wall. She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall, her eyes blank. What should Junpei do? Talk to her, of course.
Are you alright?
He did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond.
Look, I know you're really worried, but
He could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, who she seemed to have been very close to. Bro, if Snake ends up dead or something like that and Clover starts like her Joker arc, this isn't going to be fun at all. Her voice was thin and barely audible. Do you need a loan, Clover?
I said leave me alone!
Oh no! Suddenly she was screaming.
So annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off!
Damn, okay, we have a temper tantrum
Go
here.
away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me!
Girls are hard to understand. Junpei was taken aback. Oh. Such anger and hate. Dune's eyes had gone wide with surprise as well.
Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me? Huh?
All right, let's go, June.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they turned and left Clover. As they did, Junpei glanced back over his shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face. Clover had driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed. That is a correct statement.
Snake, for Clover's sake.
He's probably under a box somewhere, to be honest with you. He did his best to push away the misery and depression, and forced a smile.
So, where do you think we should go next?
Okay, good. Let's see here. Since we're already on B deck, let's go to the casino.
Let's go take a look.
They turned around and headed off down the hallway to their right at a jog. Before they knew it, and they were there. So was Lotus. Ooh. She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails. What are you doing at a time like this?
What do you think you're doing?
She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
What? Why would I Right. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna listen to what she says.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it.
Yeah,
Why
we don't
don't
have
we
much
team
time.
up?
Team up?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
What?
Even if we wanted to, that's
What?
impossible.
What? Zerby! You're here, finally! I'm not alone!
I pull up stuff quickly. Still smells like dog vomit.
Oh no. Is Batman okay?
Yeah, he seems better now. But I've been up since 2 a.m. cleaning up his puke.
Oh, Jesus. Man. Oh, what does he have?
I don't know, it's some sort of stomach issue.
Oh, okay.
But he hasn't vomited in a few hours, so I consider that a win.
Alright, cool. Then he should be fine. Right. So, yeah, just send me your link. And then I'll get right back to it.
Stream so I can see.
Oh, yeah. Stream. Let's see here. Zero escape. There you go. Right.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5.
I like me.
Mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital root would be 1.
5, 6, 8, 19, and yes, 1.
But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy?
To be honest with you, though, this deal with Lotus is sounding very enticing. And whatever team she's on, I'd want to be on it.
If we add
Whatever team 7 is on, I'd want to be on it.
5 plus 6 plus 8.
Junpei,
7,
Lotus, and 7.
26.
Yeah.
The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
But we're not just gonna leave everybody else here. That's just not something that we're gonna do, right? The 4 of them could go through the number 8 door, yeah? Dugga.
Wait a minute. What about the other 4?
Yeah, do they have a way to get through?
Clover.
Oh, why don't you add them up?
That was simple enough.
Plus 2 plus 3 plus 4
I put the ninja
equals
link
10.
in the recording room chat.
Alright. Give me a second. To anybody watching the VOD, or any lurkers in the stream. Properties.
I'm also gonna grab some water real fast. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Roger
I know I
that.
just got here.
And bitrate equals 10,000. Okay, let's try that out. 80 resolution quality was 1. Let's try that.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alrighty. And was 1 720p 60. 720 1280. Okay. I should get rid of a mini Xero here. 1 second.
Mini Xero's so cute though.
Oh, look at you in high definition.
You look so angry right now, Xero.
Yeah, I do. There you go. Put you down over here. Now let me not be. Oh no, that's the wrong button. All right. Back to the stream.
And 1 + 0 = 1.
They're kind of screwed then.
For those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that.
Look, Lotus, I want to be on your team, but we're not going to condemn everybody else.
Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we?
Yeah,
That's
what
an
kind of
awfully
woman do you think
convenient
she is,
conclusion. I think she's a trustworthy woman. She's a very strong and independent one as well.
Really be leaving them
Yeah,
behind.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape,
Yeah.
there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9.
Yeah, that's also true.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way
By the way,
out.
Serbi, where's Snake?
Seek a door that carries a 9.
Where is Snake?
Yeah.
My theory is that he's under a box somewhere.
The digital
Under a
record
box?
would be 8,
Yeah.
so we'd have to add ace to make 9.
Oh yeah, I was
He's
watching
high.
the stream in my car.
Yeah.
The game audio was a little quiet.
Ah, okay. Let me turn that up. Gotta turn it up and turn it down. This Danganronpa is really
That's
loud.
right. Unless we bring Ace 2, we'll be stuck.
Lotus scratched the back of her ear. Turn it up again.
Oh.
Hopefully that's better.
Well,
Around
that's
negative 30.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
Unfortunate. She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said. Nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
I'm sure that probably at least 3 people are gonna end up dying before we get there anyway, so...
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
The moment he said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine.
No. Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail.
Yes, what she said was true, but... how Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was beyond him.
Is that really
Well, that's her
okay?
Fire Emblem class.
That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I think June's... no, not June. Lotus's attitude at when we were stuck in the freezer is probably enough to tell us what kind of person she is.
That's just...
Kind of cavalier, if you will.
I hope she has desperation. At least then she'll be useful. Lotus's forehead furrowed.
Do you think I could have a moment alone? There are some things I need to think about.
Like, what kind of things do you think about alone? If she's willing to offer that kind of deal to us, maybe she might offer that deal to others. Why can't the sexy lady just be nice? Junpei and Jun turned and began walking away from Lotus.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Yeah.
Are we always just gonna be stuck with a childhood friend? Junpei's heart felt heavy and his step sluggish. Like, usually in anime, the childhood friend here isn't supposed to win, but he told himself pessimism would get them nowhere.
Well, regardless.
Is that how it works in harem? I don't watch enough harem to know that.
There is an overwhelming amount of childhood friends who get cucked. That's
You
just...
see.
It's incredibly sad to see, especially because they've loved him for a very long time, but they've never admitted it, and then a girl swoops in lightning fast and then proclaims their love for the protagonist. Very much like a certain Senju Gahara.
I see.
So he forced himself to smile and turned to June.
Let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
I just imagine like the most awkward smile ever.
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
Alright. Where should we go next?
Okay, we've already been to the first class cabin, ran into Clover, and got a temper tantrum there. The hallway with all the rooms.
Let's go back downstairs and check out that hallway with all the doors.
I'm so glad that this wasn't like a super important decision that decided whether we would go on 4 different paths or not. Together they ran down the stairs.
I mean, you can always look at your flowchart to see when a big decision's coming up.
Oh, really? Oh. Well. Oh, okay, so I think here would be if we went down, if we insisted to go with the other group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it's Ace. Ahead of them, further down the hallway, they spotted the number 1.
Where are you? Answer me if you're there.
At least Ace is looking for Snake. What should Junpei do? Run to Ace, let Ace handle it? Why do we have all
the
the
like slow-mo like beach shot of them running towards each other?
Ace, jumping.
Let's go.
And then they just run past each other.
Yeah.
With June in tow.
They're
Junpei
looking for
jumped up
Snake.
to Ace. Hearing their footsteps, he turned to greet them.
Ah, hello there.
Why, hello there.
Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it?
He's under a
You haven't
box.
found him yet?
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have
I guess, oh
gone.
no, he's over here. I just like yelling his name.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
Snake! Snake! Snake!
Wait, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
No, they're lovers.
Why would you
No,
say that?
Why would you say that? The question seems somehow odd to Junpei.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Well, I'm glad that I noticed this, and in the
Did
game I
you
also
mention that
noticed
last
this.
episode?
Yeah. Ace looked at him for a moment and then spoke.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't.
What, you guys haven't thought this? Now that you mention it, shouldn't this be obvious?
There are a great many
I feel like you and Junpei are on too close of a wavelength.
I feel that too. Like, even when you weren't here, I was like, wait. For some reason, we've only been through 3 parts of this Let's Play, And there's been far too many times where Junpei and I have said the exact same thing after something happened.
Yeah, you'll say it and then Junpei says it right after you.
Yeah, exactly. Junpei wasn't sure why, or even if he was seeing what he thought he was, but he could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke. What could this mean? Does he know something about them, or maybe he has his own sibling?
We must find Snake as soon as possible.
What if the reality is that Seven is Ace's sibling?
Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right. Let's go, Jumpy.
At June's urging, they left. Let's go jump over there. They found themselves back at the stairs, but Junpei's mind was in turmoil.
About that was... I'll think on it later.
I'll think on it when it becomes relevant to the story.
Like I said, finding Snake is our top priority.
Snake! Welcome to the stream! Junpei did his best to clear his mind.
Alright, where should we go next?
Ooh. Well, does it make sense for us to go back to the large hospital room? Because if we go back to the other places, we just run back into the same people, no?
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
They turned and headed back toward the large hospital room.
Hey, wait, that's...
What? Santa? On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June noticed Santa standing next to the door number 3.
Santa?
Oh! Is he contemplating just going by himself?
He can't go
What should
by himself.
Junpei do? Wait, Santa is number... No, Santa's number 3, but yeah, you need 2 to 5 people, right? Yeah. Walk away without saying anything.
Yeah, fuck you, Santa.
I never liked you anyways. Junpei and June walked up to Santa.
What are you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
Yeah, I mean... Is it possible that there's like an automatic system? Like, it's all just time locked?
But there was a physical piece that got added.
That is true. I don't know how cunning this Xero person is, but
Why wouldn't you wonder who
I would suspect that he is very, very smart.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but...
Who do you think did it?
I mean, the only person to suspect here is kind of Snake, but that also seems a bit too obvious. Snake has been kind of sus to begin with, though. Santa's eyes narrowed as he looked at June.
Why?
She shook her head. Yeah. And, the moment where he opens his eyes and says that he can actually see is the moment where we all just get betrayed, right?
I don't know.
Like, aha, I have been the mastermind this entire time. Now I will release my Bankai.
What about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
I release my Bankai and defeat Sephiroth and forever take my place as a new Disney representative.
Oh, damn.
What about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us? Someone other than the 8 of them. It was Xero, obviously. I mean, 9 couldn't do it. He's dead. Well, we assume that he's dead. I'm pretty sure that was his body. Not like we saw it, but...
We saw lots of dead, and it was probably the 9th man.
I kind of hope it was, too, because he'd be a problem if he's still alive.
Maybe he's a little bitch.
Alright, so we have the options here is that Snake, because he wasn't there when everybody else gathered. We have the option of Lotus, because she was the first one to get here. And we also have the option of me. And I don't think someone other than the 8 of them would be a good answer to this question. We haven't seen any evidence of anybody else. I don't think Lotus would do this, but Yeah, I'm just gonna say Snake for now. That just seems like
Well,
the best assumption.
It seems like it would have to be Snake, wouldn't it? Maybe he got back here before any of us. He found the parts somewhere, put them back, and then went through one of the numbered doors.
No, it's not possible.
No. You can't because
You
you'd
have
be
to authenticate with at least 3 people, or the red won't open the door.
Why am I so
There's no way
stupid?
a single person could get through there by themselves.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It was a stupid mistake and Junpei knew it. How had he made such a foolish miscalculation? And how had Santa noticed it so quickly? Perhaps he just wasn't as clever as he used to be. Yeah, I remember back in my day, when I was the most clever skipper on these here streets. Junpei shook his head sadly.
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Santa grinned.
Bingo, we have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah.
But why?
It was you, Santa! You were the traitor!
Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
And then it turns out that it was actually June all along.
But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe
No.
they did something to Snake?
Yeah.
They couldn't possibly be related.
So what Santa is suggesting is that Snake happened upon them fixing it, so they had to get rid of him. Put him under a box. Junpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. I don't know, is it the 20th century man style that he's got going on? First,
Yeah,
he'd assumed
don't go
the other man.
dissing the awesome scarf. The noodle scarf is the best.
The noodle scarf that seems kind of like rags. These are just like the scraps left from like an actual shirt or something, and then you just put it around his neck.
I like Santa's style. It's good. Noodle scarf. I praise the noodle scarf.
At first, he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to re-evaluate that assessment. And Santa spoke again. His voice was
If you
quiet.
trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose.
I 100% trust Lotus.
The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
Oh no, Xero.
But it... Right, if there's anybody that I'm gonna trust in this game, I'm gonna trust Seven. With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away. I believe in him that he is like the calm and gentle giant.
And that's that, I guess.
That knows a lot about old ships.
And also has his memory missing immediately. Also, June, my childhood friend, is obviously very trustworthy. Yeah,
Trustworthy.
trustworthy.
So
Junpei and June
trustworthy.
looked at one another and smiled awkwardly. Where would they go next? Oh, we've already been everywhere. Finish searching. Maybe if I finish searching, then Snake will suddenly pop out of a box somewhere. They looked everywhere they could think of.
I just
Snake.
realized what you were saying with that.
Oh my god, you just got the joke now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
wait,
never actually played Metal Gear.
how long ago did I mention this? It was like, you joined the stream at like around 40 minutes. Oh my god, that was 10 minutes ago.
I didn't piece it together.
Naruhodo. But
I know
mean,
that like Snake reference, but I didn't think about the box.
Of course, yeah, hiding under a box makes you invisible. That's what that game has taught us. So
Yeah.
obviously we couldn't find Snake.
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched.
Lotus looked around at 6 frustrated faces and
And
spoke.
we can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here.
What if Snake is Xero?
Moving.
Oh.
Bruh. Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying. Snake seemed to have completely disappeared off the face of the earth. There was no point to wasting any more time. And then you just see like a box moving in the background. The others seemed to be having similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. Finally, Seven spoke.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right.
We gotta keep moving.
We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem, though. We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yes, I have a proposal.
She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood. Finally, she stopped.
Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
Oh my god. Are we really doing this? Oh.
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind.
As the
And as
protagonist.
makes references to obscure memes, it's okay.
What? That wasn't an obscure meme. It's fucking Snake. How is Snake an obscure meme? You know, maybe if I like reference something from Penguin Drum or something, yeah, maybe that's an obscure meme. Okay.
What? That's not obscure.
Fine. Let me reference something from Punchline.
That would actually be more relevant.
Oh well, yeah, actually true, because we are playing one of his games. What's the author's name again?
Uchikoshi.
Uchikoshi. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, oh my god, actually. Yeah, that was probably a bad example. 2 people will be left behind.
But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave one person out, then only one person will be left behind.
I think all the time that she's supposed to have been spent looking for Snake, she's just been thinking about this. Leaving behind 3 people with 2 teams of 4 and 3. What? Why would I assume that she's in... What? Wait, do I have to do the math here? Is this an important decision? Tell me, Servi, so that I don't waste anybody's time here.
I'm gonna just say, no decision that you make can be, like... If you make a decision that isn't an important decision, it just puts you down a path. So you'll always be able to go back, because you'll have to get the other paths anyways.
Ah, okay. So I can just get the worst ending possible, and I'd still be good. Alright.
I've seen people start on the worst ending.
Oh my god. Will
I've also
you
seen
please?
people go down the right path pretty much exactly, but so you need certain keys to unlock the true ending. So they're like, they had the right path, they just didn't have all the things to unlock it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like when I was playing the Steins Gate visual novel, it was like that as well. You just didn't get all the flags in other routes.
Yeah.
Man. Right
So you really can't shoot yourself in the foot. It just depends on what ending you would see.
We're just gonna.
I'm not gonna tell you where
rewind
those
time,
branches are.
Everybody.
But, yeah.
There wasn't any way that the numbers worked out. If one group was 4, the other group would always have a digital route that didn't match a door. When Seven spoke, his voice was strained.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do.
As the protagonist, I will take one for the team.
Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution.
So that you guys can go and figure out the rest of the game and I'll just wait here.
No,
I say we sacrifice Snake. Wait.
Wait.
What's so cruel about it?
Are we already sacrificing Snake at this point?
Yeah, cause
Then what's your plan?
I think we should sacrifice Clover.
Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just one.
That's not what I meant. We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
I told
yes,
you
we should
that's
sit here and talk for another 6 hours and we all die.
Wake up.
That's an interesting name. Okay.
warn you to.
Santa stepped between Lotus and June.
Look, what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Exactly. That's how democracy works.
That's how
And
utilitarian
for that reason,
works.
I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote. What do you think?
No, that's terrible.
I'm not asking you.
It's kind of like
What about you, Santa?
the trolley problem.
Me?
The trolley problem? Oh, yeah. The one where people are tied onto the railway tracks, and then you have to decide
Mhm.
which one. Yeah.
You can sacrifice the one and save the rest, but you have to actually manually kill the one person, basically. Rather do nothing and let more people die.
I think the best solution is to put that one person with the other ones, and then make sure that the train goes on that track so that all of them are sacrificed.
All right,
I
that's
see.
1 vote for.
Equality
That's
for
5,
everybody.
that's 2,
Yeah, okay.
7.
I can't say I agree.
True socialist.
We don't exactly have a choice. If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Huh, glad to see you get it. If I can get one more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover?
Clover had moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Her whole body drooped. Junpei didn't know if she'd even heard Lotus's
Hey.
proposal.
Clover.
Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her
Your
shoulder.
brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
Oh, would he have gone through them, though? Clover slowly lifted her
Let's go look
face.
for him together, okay? We sacrifice one person, so we can go look for him.
How kind of you, Lotus.
You agree with me, right?
That's not gaslighting at all. You agree with me.
I know,
Right.
right?
The motion carries.
Lotus spun around and walked toward Junpei.
Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus's entire speech and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him. He didn't seem to notice or even care.
We'll stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
Oh god, Ace. Oh my god.
What are
How
you
did I know
saying?
that Junpei was gonna be the next one?
No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
That's not
June's
true. It
voice
does solve
shook,
something. It
and
lets
she looked
people
around
progress.
desperately for someone to agree with her. Man.
I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
He's gonna find another way?
I trust you. Each and I believe you'll come back for me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts.
Even 7 is just like, whoa, dude. I'm not that kind of a person.
Don't come out. If we go through them,
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
yeah.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
But that was also the problem that we were talking about with Lotus, right? That we only have so much time.
Please, I beg you, once you've escaped, come back and rescue me. Ideally, within the time limit Xero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time.
Finally, Junpei could hold his tongue no
We've only
longer.
got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me? Or perhaps you would be willing to leave June behind?
Ace's voice was dignified and without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no rebuttal.
You see, there's no other choice. We've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me. Go, quickly.
Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move. June bit her lips so hard that Junpei feared she would break the skin. Santa stood against the wall, calm and aloof. Seven tore his beanie from his head and turned it over anxiously in his hand. Only Clover stared at Ace, with an expression Junpei was unable to decipher. Lotus's attitude, however, was different from the others.
Let's accept his kind offer then.
She smiled, her eyes bright. Ace answered with a smile of his own.
Good. I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
Wait, how old was Ace? As he spoke, Ace lowered himself down to the floor next to one of the beds. Is he just gonna sleep here? Well, I mean, it is midnight, so... From somewhere deep in the ship, Junpei suddenly heard the screeching of metal on metal. It was almost as if the ship was screaming. Or screeping, yeah. Would it really hold until their time limit was up? Well, yeah, it was flooding. In the sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. And surprisingly,
metal
it was Lotus
whale
who spoke first. I mean, you've never listened to Metallica?
Well, what are you waiting for?
No, I thought it was like a robot whale.
As if a spell had been broken, the others all began to talk at once.
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
You too, Santa? I have to find my brother. Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this. There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be. Right, Jumpy? Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
His words sounded hollow and fake.
Fine! Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own.
She spun around and ran toward Ace. He had slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm and pulled.
Ace! Come on, Ace.
That
Please
Ace spray is
stand up.
sad.
You can't give up yet. We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here.
Then it happened. What? Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floor, his body folded in half like a boxer out cold. June cried out and dropped to her knees beside him. She put her arm around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
What happened? Ace, say something.
She shook him frantically. His eyes fluttered open.
I'm all right.
His voice was weak and slightly slurred.
How are you all right?
This
is Sparta. He held out his left arm and slowly opened his hand.
A syringe?
What? And it was a syringe and a small vial. The vial was empty. It had only recently been emptied. A few drops clung to the sides. There was a label taped to the side of the container. It read, Soporil Beta. Yes. As a mad scientist, I know exactly what that is.
Soporil Beta. What does this do?
Well, obviously, June. It makes you sleepy.
Did you use this?
So smart.
It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
Anesthetic?
I found it earlier, while we were searching the hospital rooms.
Well, obviously. It does make you sleepy, so technically I was correct.
I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Why'd you have to use it on yourself, though, bro?
Why did you do
What if something
this?
happens to you while you're knocked out?
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap.
Yes, that's the way to do it.
I also use that aesthetics on myself.
I really am
before taking naps.
very tired.
What is going on? I feel like this is like the perfect opportunity where Ace knocks himself out, right? And then he comes back like at the very end of the game, fully refreshed after a nice nap, and then comes in to save the day, defeat Xero, and lets everybody out.
Mm.
Junpei knew that wasn't why he'd done it. Oh wait, Junpei did know? Oh, guys, I knew all along. Ace had injected himself with an anesthetic to forestall Junpei and Jun's attempt to bring him along. I mean, was Junpei really attempting to bring him along, though? If he couldn't move, there was nothing they could do.
Kind of, but not really.
It sounded fake and hollow. He'd injected himself so that they would be forced to leave him behind.
Is there something you want to say? I just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
Could you, like, maybe shut up? Thanks.
No, don't, Ace. Don't fall asleep.
Don't go towards the light.
Warm.
Whoa.
So comfortable.
Damn.
I think I'll have a nice...
Wait. What does this mean, Ace? It's like when I see a good CG of Asahina. Ah, yes. I think I'll have a nice sleep. Almost as though he were dying.
Ace! Ace!
Rest in peace. She shook his shoulder again and again. But this time he didn't respond. Only the gentle rising and falling of his chest told them he was alive. Junpei was relieved to see he was, in fact, still breathing.
Let's get him up on a bed.
He lifted Ace up off the floor and laid him on the bed he'd been leaning against. When Junpei turned around, Lotus gave him a look of pity.
Well, we really don't have a choice now. We
I
can't let the
mean...
sacrifice go to waste, right?
Like you even mean that.
You say something?
No.
Nothing.
It felt wrong, but he had to agree. And suddenly Santa spoke.
Yeah, we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh? What do you mean?
We have to still choose who goes on what team.
Decided who's going in what door.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8.
What? Because you like infinity?
It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Oh, well, sure.
Got it. You're 8. You're next 7.
No, I don't think she's 8.
I'll take 7.
I sure hope that she's not 8. I can't get along with that. Damn, savage.
What? What did you just say?
Her face distorted by rage, Lotus took a step towards 7.
Dream
Squeezing
team no longer possible.
Let us flush the chat. Thank you. Because apparently YouTube does not look at usernames for whatever reason. Made a face like a child caught up with his hand in the cookie jar.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
Here, let's see if the bot's working. She shot him a glare that would have melted steel, then turned and stalked off.
Alright, who's next?
Yes, it is working. Santa's gaze moved across the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped on Junpei.
Which door do you want?
At last. Junpei's mind was already made up. It was? Oh.
What do you pick, Xero? What have you made up your mind on?
No! Oh god. So the choice is either to go with 7 or go with 8.
I mean, there's 3 options and 3 paths.
No, there's only 2 options.
I mean, it looks like 3.
No. The door number 3 doesn't have anybody that we're interested in. Oh,
what do you mean?
I this almost feels like
it would go through the number 3 door.
Alright.
You have Junpei, who's 5.
Yeah. Okay,
And
actually, I should probably do some math here.
What math?
Oh yeah, since you haven't played the game before, Chia, basically, we're gonna have to figure out a digital route. Everybody has like a set number, and then we're gonna have to add them up and see who can go through which door. It's the game will probably explain it later, or you'll see it in action.
Like a visual novel, like we've seen thus far, but the actual gameplay are like escape rooms.
Yeah.
So whenever we go through one of these numbered doors, we get an escape room.
It's 5. June is probably gonna have to come with us, so that's 6, that's 11, 2. We don't have Snake anymore, so 1 and 2 are gone. So it leaves 3 and 4. 11. 3, 5. Over 2?
Clover's 4.
Yeah, Clover's 4.
Snake is 2.
14, 4, 18, 9. It doesn't work out. God.
What if you don't take June?
But that's the thing, right? We have to take June.
Do you?
We can't separate the childhood friend.
I don't know. Which number do you feel your heart drawn to, Xero?
I mean,
Math be damned.
Math be damned. Obviously, I'm going with Booba. I mean, number 8.
And go with number 8. Follow your heart. See where it takes you.
Yeah, it's gonna kill me. I know it. Like, at this point, I've played enough visual novels to know that, like, choosing door 3 is either going to be, like, the worst ending possible or, like, the best ending.
I'll be honest, I don't remember which doors lead to which endings. I just remember which scenes lead to which endings.
Oh, God.
I could pull up the flowchart if I really wanted to, but...
It's so hard to form sentences when not used to do so. Don't worry about it. Me and Serbi also have trouble speaking at times, even though we speak English primarily.
English is my first and only language, and I still struggle.
Well, I mean, I speak Thai primarily, but yeah.
I have no excuse. I just can't speak.
Alright. Booba be damned.
No, I don't need...
I think I'm gonna go with door 8. Okay, 8 it is. Yeah. Alright then. That means June's gotta go through 7.
Oh,
What? Why?
got some fun endings ahead of us.
What?
Serbi? What did I just do?
Yeah.
Did I screw up the entire game? Are we all going to die now?
No.
Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain.
6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind?
Yeah, that's how the math works out.
3 ways we can do it.
And
Did we take
there
5 or 4 in the last run?
5 or 4?
Mm-hmm.
Line A.
3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8. 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8.
Yeah. there's no way that we can go through with
combinations. In other words, 3
with
and
her
4,
childhood friend.
7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up in the corners of her eyes.
You're saying we aren't going to see each other again for a long time.
We'll never see each other again. Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. Also, my theory is probably gone now. Cause like I was thinking that June was the one who did all this because she wanted to put us in like a traumatic situation so that we bond together and then we like fall for her. But now this kind of doesn't work out. Unless if maybe Snake like hid himself so that we'd be forced into this situation so that we'd separate June from us, and then Snake will appear later on to tell us that June is actually Xero. My theories are incredible, I know. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow the bullet. In order for the six of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated forever.
I don't think that's how that phrase works.
Yeah,
Bite the bullet.
Yeah, it's bite the bullet, but don't worry about it.
He swallowed the bullet.
He bites it later, then just eats it. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed. Steel his resolve, and did his best to simile.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again.
Oh.
Split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember?
I wonder why we don't see these two in the next game.
Got split up then too, but we all met back up. I'll bet 7.
Unless if we do.
Just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
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 Look, June, ain't nobody know except Xero. Oh, that is not the Xero. That isn't me. She did sound very. Oh god, no, Pen, come back. It was 7 that interjected.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Thank you, 7.
What makes you think so?
It's a big ship.
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now.
What? I don't sit on top of my shit. That's disgusting.
I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible.
Are we? Well, you're not wrong, but like,
he's not gonna end this game
and
the 9 door.
June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. I'm surprised that 7 was the one who came up with a logical conclusion there. We met them. With what reassurance? He could manage, laid his hand gently on her shoulder. Yeah, that has become quite evident actually.
We're gonna see each other again, I promise.
June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod. What does this mean?
Hard to
Google.
notice.
Hard to notice.
Like perception, perceptible, imperceptible, hard to notice. Yeah.
Impossible to perceive. His head moved in an almost imperceptible nod. Oh, naruhodo. More you know.
Yes. Promise?
Her voice was barely above a whisper. Santa's voice shattered the moment.
You guys are done, right?
He stretched and continued.
Well, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 7 and Clover can take 8. Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
Whatever. It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
Alright, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
At Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Oh god, wait, isn't this... What if this is the NTR flag? And then Santa swoops in and takes June. Bruh.
No.
It's that type of game, isn't it, Serby? I've played this type of visual novel before.
No, 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 no.
While Clover, Lotus, and Junpei headed for door number 8. Sad door number 3 ain't got nobody to go through. For a long moment,
It's so neglected.
they stood in front of the door. Then Lotus laid her hand against her chest. Ooh. Turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Okay. Then shall we go?
You distinct.
It's open.
Genius. A narrow hallway stretched out before them. That looks like a deep, dark abyss.
Okay. Hurry!
I know we should just stand here talking for a few more seconds. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. They instantly blew up and died. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. Ugh. He looked to his left, toward door 7. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. Imagine if both of them don't go through and then everybody just screwed them.
Everyone else dies, yeah.
She turned and looked toward him. It was your damn romance that got in the way of everybody's survival. Jesus. Their eyes met.
June.
Jumpy.
June.
I mean, 4 and 5 do equal 9.
June. Shit. 4 and 5 do equal 9, but June's 6.
I meant, you're right. I can't math. I mean, I can math. I just can't remember numbers.
Look, alright. This is the reason, right?
Junpei and Clover could go through the 9 door.
Clover's the real, like, best girl. Imagine. But, like, what is interesting, though, is that 6 and 3 can go through door number 9. Oh.
Mm.
The NTR route is real.
Oh, no.
Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds.
What the hell are you doing?
That's 1.5 seconds too long, guys. Whoa. Then someone took hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door.
Bodily?
Bodily. He heard the sound of the number door slam shut behind him. Time to die. His bracelet gave a cold, electronic beep.
81 seconds left. Hurry!
Go, go, go.
Lotus snapped at him and ran to the dead. Gah. Junpei and Clover followed her as fast as they could. Clover running on her tiny little legs.
It stopped.
Wasn't Clover just basically Kiwi? With a shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. I wonder if Kiwi's gonna come in here and watch these. Clover, however, was calm. Aloof, perhaps.
Pointless.
She muttered to herself with that emotion, and began to walk down the hallway, leaving behind a confused Junpei and Lotus. Actually, you know what this reminds me of? Clover and Snake actually remind me of, I forget, Shiro and Sora from No Game No Life. Like, he's separated from her brother now. Life is pointless. Lotus watched the girls receding back. I was
no
like,
incest, Xero. No incest.
Well, I mean, it's not only No Game No Life. It doesn't have its. I mean, that's debatable, I guess. But
yeah.
Here, I wanted to say so bad. Like, Lotus watched the girl's receding hairline.
What an unpleasant girl. I bet she's not very popular with the boys.
Damn, Lotus, you don't gotta do her like that. Her sarcasm seemed a little more
First she insults her hairline, then she insults her love life.
It was perhaps necessary, but she sighed and started after the younger girl.
Maybe pairing these two together was a mistake. Too late now. I better catch up to them.
Junpei's stuck in the middle of a cat fight.
Yeah. This wasn't a harem. It turned into a cat fight instead. And they're not even after Junpei.
No.
Oh, it's a dead end.
The hallway made a number of turns before last coming to a dead end.
There's a door on the left, though.
That's not what's called a dead end. For a few minutes, they stood in front of the door, examining it. Oh god, there's a dead end. There's absolutely no way to go from here.
We found your laboratory, Xero.
Oh shit! Bruh! Well, the door was a plate with the word laboratory engraved on it. We just open it and there's like a bunch of booby models on the shelves. Yeah, that's definitely my lab.
Laboratory? Huh.
Oh, that doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't like the look of this place.
Me either.
Why does the laboratory
If there are
sound
any other
unpleasant?
doors, it's not like we have a lot of choices.
Is our lab unpleasant to other people?
I mean, but we've got so many fish tanks.
That's true. People love fish tanks.
Junpei.
Yeah.
Huh?
Please, you first.
Oh, why thank you, Miss Lotus.
Kiwi stuffed animals are kind of creepy, though.
Yeah, they got turned away by the fish that's on your shelf. Junpei suspected her politeness was motivated by something other than respect.
Fine.
Junpei muttered to himself and pushed open the iron door. Ugh. Huh, now it's not a dead end. Would you look at that, Lotus? His first steps inside were tentative and careful, but as he examined the door, it became clear that there was no imminent danger. Lotus followed him in, and Clover brought up the rear. This is the part in the horror movie where Clover just disappears. The room they found themselves in was divided into two separate areas by a curved wall. Damn, look at those curves. A thick glass window built into that wall made it possible to see into the other side of the division.
You know, I think the window looks into another room.
Well, aren't you a smart one, Mr. Junpei?
That's the most obvious statement he could have.
You know, that window over there, it looks
the one that everyone can see
into another room. Maybe it's for monitoring something? Yeah. Maybe test subjects. Junpei walked to the window and looked through.
What the hell?
What the? He wasn't sure what else to say. What the hell?
What are you doing in here, Xero?
What do you mean? That isn't me. What? Oh my god. It's Streamlabs. Streamlabs bot. No, it wasn't Streamlabs. That's a Stream Elements bot. No wonder why they died. In the center of a room shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin lay on what looked like a medical exam table.
It looks so creepy.
Junpei jumped a little. He hadn't noticed the Lotus come up next to him.
It's kind of like that doll
As she
is
boobily
waiting
walked
for
towards him.
surgery.
This is a laboratory, right? I'd say it's more like it's waiting to be
Restily perceiving her surroundings.
Ooh,
It's creepy either way. You don't think that thing's gonna suddenly sit up or something, do you?
Yeah, it's gonna start doing sit-ups and push-ups.
well,
Oh, yeah.
you know. I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it. If we press the wrong button, I don't know.
We all just die.
Stop it. Just
It
thinking about
sits up and starts shooting them.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna start finger gunning them. She's gripping her arms. The knuckles on her hands, white.
Wait, where's Clover?
Oh my god. Didn't I say this is the part of the horror movie Where Clover just disappeared. Ah, you hate to be right. She was still standing. Oh, okay. Fine. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn and somehow sad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's face is drawn. There was something almost pitiful about her.
Yeah. English writers really pulled out their dictionary, or I guess their thesaurus for this one.
Junpei walked over to her and, as kindly as he could, spoke. You know, maybe isn't it because Ushikoshi's visual novels have like a lot of wordplay and like a lot of.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's written just as like weirdly in Japanese.
Yeah, that's what I'm suspecting.
Are you okay?
No.
What are you talking
That's the
about?
face of someone who's okay.
What? I'm just worried about you. You've been real quiet.
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
Damn.
Well, I mean, of course you can. I just...
Okay then. If I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
What a tsundere.
Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together.
Over bitter lip and was. Oh god. Her cry took Junpei by surprise, and he stumbled backward a few steps, alarmed.
You took me by surprise
Kind
too.
of person who just leave me behind.
He's dead. Clover. Does that make you feel any better?
Something happened to him.
He's stuck under a box. He couldn't get out. He couldn't find the way out of the box, Clover.
His face fell asleep on top of him.
Oh my god, what if? Junpei had nothing to say. Lotus, jolted from her mannequin nightmares by Clover's voice, turned toward them.
What happened?
Mannequin nightmares.
She's just looking at the robot.
That sounds something like something Kiwi would have.
Yeah.
Clover's eyes slid to Lotus, then back to Junpei.
Look, just don't
I read a manhwa about this girl who was afraid of mannequins, but
Yeah.
she was helping her friend by working at this clothing store. And this
God.
mannequin in the clothing store came to life, and it was a hot boy. And it's a romance.
You know, you had me in the first half, not gonna lie. I was like, oh yeah, isn't it like that SCP? That's like the mannequin? Yeah. And then it doesn't like women. I remember that SCP. No. It's a romance.
No. But he would
It's
turn
a
back
ro-
into a mannequin just to scare her. Like, not on purpose, but like, because he had to keep the manga interesting, right?
Yeah. It's a...
There are also
Oh
other
my God.
mannequins, like, he's not the only one.
Oh my god. My messed up mind is imagining something very, very screwed up at the moment. Like while they're like, you know, wrestling. And then he just turns back into a mannequin. Somebody walks into the room. What are you doing with the mannequin? Before Junpei or Lotus could say anything, Clover had begun to walk quickly away.
Wait, Clover! Hold on! That way is...
It's the mannequin.
Told you to leave me alone.
He might as well have been talking to a wall for all the notice she took of his cries. Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Without even slowing down, she passed through the doorway.
Clover, watch out above you.
Without even slowing down, she... Oh, shit. Without warning, an iron gate fell from the ceiling like a portcullis, sealing Clover in. Google? Portcullis. They actually misspelled this?
I was gonna say, that sounds wrong, but I don't...
Yeah, it's supposed to be spelled with an I, not two U's.
Mm.
A strong, heavy grating that can be lowered down. Roofs on each side of a gateway to block it.
It's usually like castle things, I think, right?
Yeah, it's used in front of let's see here. All the pictures are of castle gates.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also a picture of a
when I think of
Minecraft
it.
castle gate. Oh. Also, like in front of aqueducts, it looks like. Yeah. Alright. The more you know. Back to stream.
What the heck? What's going on here?
I don't know, Clover. Maybe if your perception was as great as Junpei's, like noticing that this window looked into a room, this wouldn't have happened. Clover grabbed hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as she could.
Hang on. I'll get it open.
You'll never
The strong man Junpei is.
My God. I don't think anybody can pry open metal bars. That only happens in anime, Junpei, and they use their stands to do it. No. Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled.
What would Junpei stand be?
Junpei stand. Huh. Because like whatever stand Junpei gets, that's basically like saying that it would be a stand that I would get because we like we operate at the same frequency and like stands are like the projection of the soul, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of stand would I have? It'd probably be a stand with like X-ray vision. For no particular reason. The three of them pulled as hard as they could, but oh my God. Imagine if Clover pries it open.
If anyone in this room were to, I would believe it'd be Clover.
Damn it! It's not moving.
Or Lotus's boobs.
I was just gonna say. She just sticks her boobs in between them and pries them apart using like her chest muscles.
No.
Like a wench, yeah.
This has got to be another one of Xero.
Like a wench.
Not like a You know what I meant.
I know what you mean, but I'm obviously going to take it the way that I find the most convenient.
I don't even think that's the right word that I'm looking for. I don't know.
There's gotta be a way to open it.
Dun. Definitely making a highlight of that.
Just what I was thinking. Now all we gotta do
Google.
is find...
What is not even the word I'm thinking of.
Lotus and I can look around out here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in
No, it's definitely not. I don't know tools. Tools confuse me.
Well, I mean, you clearly identified Lotus as one, so I mean...
What's the thing that like I don't know. I give up. I didn't know.
Alright, so I think in this situation we're gonna have to like find things and tell Clover to push those things.
Examine the mannequin through the window.
A window made of really thick glass. I don't even think a bullet could break it. Bruh. Oh my God. Go ahead.
Jumpy!
Jumpy?
Do something, please.
No.
Through the window again.
Ooh, look at the silly mannequin.
Is this like an examination table?
Yes. It's very hard to form sentences, isn't it, Survey?
Yeah. There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys.
I'm glad that your levels of perception are finally starting to reach Junpei's.
Look at him again.
Again?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it's all black.
What?
There's a pen lying over here. I think someone probably used it to make the table black.
That does not look like a... Oh, you mean just that one spot? Huh, well, if they only use a pen on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover. Do you think you can erase it?
Yeah, sure. This is a permanent marker.
Oh my god.
Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker?
Of course it had to be a permanent marker. Erase ink from a permanent marker, huh? That's impossible.
Alcohol.
Give me just a minute,
alcohol.
Clover. I'll be right. No, it's permanent, Serby.
No, just need alcohol.
Right,
Look at the mannequin.
again.
There's something sticking out of the mannequin's head. Like wires or something.
What the hell were they doing in there? Huh? Why is she all quiet now?
They were doing experiments on humans.
Nani?
Probably.
Oh, man. Now she looks sad. Question mark? Exclamation point? There's a mannequin lying on the exam table. I can't really see it very well from here, but it looks like there are a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head. Again?
Okay. Yeah.
There's a mannequin lying on the exam table. It's got a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head.
I got it again.
What are you trying to do here? That mannequin looks so sad. I gotta admit, I'm starting to feel kind of sorry for it.
Keep looking at him.
Am I getting attached to this thing? Maybe I should give it a name. How about the Science Boy?
Science boy, best boy. Look at him again.
Science Boy is lying on the table. His poor head is full of electrodes.
I can't remember how much dialogue there is for him.
Oh okay, yeah, I think that's it. Well, that was an experience.
I had to stop myself from calling him Science boy for some tutorial. I think this is a monitor for whatever experiment they were running here. No, there's a bunch of stuff on here like resistance value and voltage. And I was too busy thinking about science. The power's off, so there's nothing on it right now.
Right.
I wonder what this is. The thing here looks like a voltmeter. And is this the control for that? Gosh, there's so many dials.
Why don't you try turning one of them? Just randomly. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt anybody.
Nope, nothing. There's no power here, guys. I turned the dial a whole bunch, but even if I turn all the switches on, nothing happens.
Right.
I wonder what they washed here.
Kidneys.
There are all these weird colored stains all over this thing. It's a wreck.
It's not Lotus's wreck.
There's a bunch of cables on it.
Being the witch that she is.
Somebody cut the outer stuff off the cables. I can see the wires inside.
The outer stuff.
Those are the stairs I just came down. The bars and the gate are just above me.
Why is the stairs clickable? What? Alright. I think that's enough. Oh! Well, thank God for the misclick then.
This drain is for water, huh? There's nothing here.
Water. Or blood. What is this music, by the way? This looks like a control for some kind of electric lock. The red light is on. And it's gotta be locked. There's a green light just below it. Although that one isn't lit. Is it lit?
It's so not lit. The red light though, that was lit.
Lit. I bet I'll turn on and we're gonna lock it right. Yes, but how are we going to unlock it? There's no keyhole, no card reader, no keyboard for putting in a password. I have no idea. This looks like the control for the electronic door lock. There's a red light on the display. That means it's locked. If you can get that light to turn green, then maybe we can get Clover back. Turn that smile upside down into a frown. I said it wrong, but I played it off anyways. Smooth. It looks like this door is the exit. The door on the right just goes to the laboratory. Nope, this door isn't going anywhere. No dice. It won't open. I mean, that's about as much as I expected. I don't think Xero would let us out of the room quite that easily.
You gotta make him work for it.
I mean, like, the fact that Xero won't let them out of the room that easily isn't because he wants to keep them in here. It's because he can't figure out how to get them out of here. Time. The hands on the clock have stopped moving. The clock may stop, but time goes on.
That's so deep.
No time to screw around. We need to figure out a way out of here.
Seek a way out.
That's 12:26. I think I know how to read clocks, yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know how we could use any of these. Well, I can't say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? The one on top. I think it's a power cable. Power cable,
Everybody doesn't know what a power cable is.
The power cable is the thing that you put into the socket in the wall. I'll take that. It's a 3-pronged power cable.
Yeah.
We can attach it to itself so that energy becomes infinite.
Genius.
There are 2 levers here. Do you think they activate something? Oh, why don't you move one? Alright, I'll give it a try. No! Doesn't look anything was happening. Off? On? I need a key. This is a keyhole. I have a pen. I have an apple. What do I think of that? What?
I don't know.
This looks like a keyhole for the activation key.
I'll launch the nuclear missile, Xero.
Oh my god, it actually does look like that, doesn't it? I think this thing's supposed to power that machine in the other room. Well, it doesn't appear to be doing chat. I wonder how we're supposed to turn it on.
I think you need a key for the keyhole.
Okay. I see the level of intelligence that we're working with, people.
Until they bust out some random fact on your ass.
I know, right?
Did you know?
The Gigantic is the sister of the Titanic.
The Gigantic is a real thing.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Ethanol
Most
Tell
of the
me.
random facts they speak are like actual, at least rumors or legends or whatever.
Yeah, they also do math really, really quickly for some reason.
I told you we needed alcohol.
Oh. Okay, so I put the alcohol into the power cord, and then I let the alcohol flow from the power cord onto the pen permanent mark. Yeah.
That's how we set the whole place on fire.
You know, that's like the fastest way to get off this ship, right?
Just
To
end
go
it all.
to heaven.
Just
Or,
drink
well-
all the ethanol. That might get you there faster.
Actually, yeah, that you're not wrong. It's either you get there faster or you get there drunk.
I don't know. That depends on the size of the ethanol bottle. I don't think you can take much of it.
A whole bunch of steel lockers. The 9 on the right all have little red lights on them. Red lights, huh? Well, can't hurt to give these babies a try. Yep, just as I thought. My guns are not big enough to pry them open. I wonder if there's anything important in there. No, there's not. They're just locked for no reason. They're cardboard boxes. There's some papers with stuff in them. What's in the boxes? They look quite
in the box?
As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiments. But it's all really technical stuff. I don't really get it.
At least he's honest.
These lockers are a little larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. No. Nothing. Well, I'm glad that they were there. This is a computer. The power isn't on. Well, there is a power button. This is a waste of time. Nani? I don't see a power cable. Oops, I did again. This thing isn't even connected to a main computer though. It's got a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, but that's it. It's super easy, Junpei. You just gotta install more RAM. You just download it. Just sticking the power cable in isn't going to do anything. Oh, I don't know about that. Junpei, can we get back to what we were talking about, please? This computer doesn't have a power cable. No, it sure doesn't. And? Don't say and. It's rude. Have you already forgotten what you just picked up?
Probably.
What I just picked up? Oh, nice pickup line there. Items. Yes. Alright, let's just slip you in. Nani? Well, shoot. I can't use this. What's wrong? This cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit, is what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. That's right. Well,
They've got cable management like I do under that computer.
damn, Siri. Alright. I'll pass it on to you.
I'm a little
Clover.
better. I got zip ties eventually.
Use this ethanol. You should
Gosh.
be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it.
What am I gonna wipe with?
Your face! Oh, well, your clothes, of course.
Yeah, it.
Kidding. Just kidding. Please don't look at me like that, you're scaring me. Use science, boy. Aren't these like clearly rags? Yeah. Clover, can you use the cloth on the table?
Use, huh?
Why do we have to tell you to do this? So we need
I'm-
ethanol! And then use it to wash out all the stuff in the Oh, permanent marker, okay. Right, okay. So I gotta
Junpei,
soak
you
the
okay?
cloth with
You okay? You gotta soak the cloth with ethanol.
Oh. Well, she's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. When she's ready, I should ask her to get to work on that stuff on the table. What?
Click the
Oh.
table again.
One second.
Oliver needs to have her hand held to the process. It's a difficult one.
Clover.
Soak the cloth in ethanol and... Junpei! It's working! It's wiping the permanent ink off. Just
How
like
hard is
alcohol
this?
does. Huh? There's some kind of weird drawing under the permanent ink.
What's the deal with that drawing Clover found?
What's the deal with drawings?
Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. Hey! You know that weird drawing that you uncovered? Maybe it's important. I don't know. Maybe look at the table again.
I wonder what this is. There's a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid. They were playing tic-tac-toe.
No! Oh,
They
God.
weren't very good though.
They didn't know how to play. Oh, well, I'm gonna be hella surprised if Clover actually survives this. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and a notebook, right? Could you write those numbers down and then hand them to me through the
Here,
bars?
you've got a pen and a notebook, right?
Oh shit, I do! Incredible.
Okay. Roger.
Please tell me that I don't have to click on that again. Just give it to me.
Did you
Give
pay?
it to me. Give it to me.
I wrote down all the numbers from the desk on here.
Paper with numbers on it acquired. New material has been added to the file screen. File. Oh my god. The note Clover copied from the stand in the laboratory. It has 4 numbers written in 9 separate cells.
I told you they weren't very good at tic-tac-toe.
They didn't know how to play. Right. Get out of here, Wazukian. 3, 2, 4. Is that a 1 or a 7?
Someone.
No,
But I
it looks like
don't
a
know.
7. 3, 2, 4, 1. No, because obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't make sense. It's 7, 2, 3, 4. Right. So we have a code. What could we possibly use this for?
What do we use the code for?
Because the only thing that I can think of is in the 3x3 are these lockers. maybe if I click on them a whole bunch, it'll do something new. Am I still missing something, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, still I need to find more things. I don't know where to look for these things, though. I wonder if Clover can tell me. No, she probably can't.
Maybe examine the area Clover's in more.
Examine the what?
The room Clover's in.
Okay. Look at it again. Okay. Look at this again. Sciencey boy.
I can't see your mouse, so I don't know where you're trying.
Oh god. A lot of chords.
I could read it. You're just skipping through it very quickly.
Yeah. I'm just trying to... What am I missing? Oh, this is absolutely riveting gameplay, by the way.
Yeah, there is something that you haven't actually clicked on.
What? What in the world? I'll just click on every square inch of this place. Oh no, that's Sciencey Boy. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's out. Yeah, yeah. What do you mean? Does the plug have 3 prongs or 2? Oh. Clover?
Ah, yeah. Well, you were skipping through it, and now you want me to read. That's not on me. I don't know. What are you're talking about? Let me take a look, I think.
Yeah, the other text was obviously wasn't it, so... Yeah, she knows how to kind of crouch down to get a look under there.
The cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of the little metal thingies.
How old are you, Clover?
What does that mean?
That's it! Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over here?
Okay, but...
And Clover just gets electrocuted and dies, but...
Well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you.
Damn it, that's no good then. Clover, use a knife to cut the cable and then give it to us.
How about just the plug?
Nani?
The plug. Well, maybe more like a connector. It's a sort of thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies.
Oh my god.
Still useless?
Yes, you are useless, Clover. Not useless, not useless at all. That's just what we were looking for.
Okay. Can you hold on for a little bit?
No. And back down she goes.
Alright. Unplugged. I'll hand it over to you over the bars, okay?
The bars. Yeah. The only thing Chloe got going for her is her bars.
Here you go. That 2-pronged plug.
Thanks. For nothing. Okay. Put the 2-prong plug onto the head of this power cable. Whoa! Genius! I went the wrong way. Alright, I've got the 2-prong plug power cable in my hand. I'm pretty sure this will work. Under the desk I go.
Lotus just staring at that ass.
Damn. Stick ass. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, let's turn the You're on! I don't think anything's going to happen. Why not? Oh, it's not connected to the main computer. You never know until you try! Pretty optimistic. Oh, it actually did turn on. Junpei pushed the button on the front of the monitor.
Oh, that worked.
With a soft hum, it turned on. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began to scroll across the screen. Oh my god, updating res file, make directory, make BC? Oh, I know what BC stands for, but I don't want to say. 27.3 seconds. Start.
What?
He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this.
Huh? It's running on its own?
He expected to see a Windows home screen.
Isn't that kinda weird?
What?
Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in. So, why is it working?
What if it's in those all-in-one
Maybe
workstations?
it's a wireless display.
Clearly, this was a reasonable explanation to Lotus.
A wireless display?
Yes, it connects to your computer wirelessly, hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei?
He most certainly had not. But
Yes, at least where I worked.
Oh.
where does Lotus work at?
Oh, it stopped.
Pass with a colon.
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Oh
Not
God.
pass something through your colon.
You know, this is why schools should teach coding.
Again, there must be a hint around here somewhere.
Could you go take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it. What
Take
are
a
you going
look.
to do?
I'm going to stand
I'll see if I
here
can do
looking
something about this on
pretty.
my own.
On your own.
Yep, on my own.
I'm a
Lotus?
strong, independent woman. Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself down onto it, in front of the keyboard. For a second, she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, twisted her back left, then
I didn't
right.
expect that to happen.
All right. Let's
Oh.
kick
Jeez, her
ass.
boobs are wild.
I've seen this picture, and this is the only picture that I've seen from the game. This is the reason why I wanted to play the game, actually.
This is this picture of Junpei and Lotus. It looks
Yeah.
like Junpei is trying really hard not to stare at her boobs.
It really does. He's got an eye tracker on and he's streaming right now. Oh god, I have to stay strong, or else I have to give 100 gift subs to everybody. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, he failed. He failed. Then before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at incredible speed. The click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire.
Wait, what?
Lotus dresses as a dancer, but is actually working at Facebook. Yeah. Their offices over there are pretty wild, man. Junpei was for once at a loss for
Didn't expect that,
words.
did you?
Of course I didn't. You're typing so fast. I can't even see your fingers.
Well, I don't think you're looking at our fingers, Junpei.
I like the blur effect that they put on her hands.
Imagine typing so fast that your hands blur.
Well, at any rate, you're pretty amazing.
Did you fall for me again?
He says, staring at his boob chicken.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Again?
What do you mean again? I'm not into you.
Oh. On the contrary, Junpei.
I'm not into you.
I know. Don't be so stubborn, shy boy.
Don't send mixed signals, Junpei. You know what you want.
Being stubborn, I am not shy, and I am not a boy.
What? You're a girl? What?
I'm a young, healthy, 21-year-old man.
Oh, he's a man.
Well, since you're my junior, Junpei, you should listen to what your seniors are saying. You shouldn't
By
send mixed signals.
less than a year, Xero.
I'm not gonna fall for an old lady like you.
Old lady? That's the best part, Junpei.
Junpei's not into the MILFs.
I am so done with this character. Man, I thought I liked him, but...
I mean... I like his fashion style, though. With the red and black flannel, with the white hoodie, with the blue vest. It's a good look.
Sure. Sure it is. What? Suddenly, the guttural roar of a furious animal filled the room. What? Where did she go? What?
She turned
She
into
just-
All Might.
You just went straight on full Fist of the North Star on that keyboard. Or so Junpei thought for just a moment. Lotus's hand suddenly stopped and her shoulders stiff. Oh, it's because you called her an old lady.
Old lady? Did you just say old lady?
Rest in peace, Junpei.
Well,
So this is how this route ends, huh? Aw, crap, thought Junpei. I went too far. Oh well, it was a nice life while it lasted.
I've had enough of you. Go somewhere else. You're bothering me.
what?
Go see if you can find a password hint or something. I'll try and open this from here. You're distracting me. Go. Now.
Begone.
Be gone, thought. Lotus waved her hand in the universal gesture of dismissal. Junpei was clearly unwanted.
Fine.
Oh,
I
I
guess
gave
I'll
that
go.
hint.
Time to cut my losses, Junpei thought, and left as quietly and inoffensively as he could.
He just
Inoffensively.
backs off bowing.
Yeah, I know, right? Junpei wandered around the room for a while looking for anything that might help find the password for the computer. Unfortunately, there's literally nothing.
No clues whatsoever.
Wait, I just noticed that.
Clover didn't
It's a
find
great
anything
on
useful
top.
in the laboratory either. Damn. Looks like we've hit a dead end this time.
It definitely does have nothing to do with the tic-tac-toe. But just as he was about to tell Lotus that his search had returned nothing.
All right. Bullseye. Junpei, I did it.
What? Excited cheering erupted from near the monitor.
What?
How did you... He hurried back to find Lotus looking rather smug.
Let me see.
She gestured for him to look at the screen, and he did. Strange text from before was gone, and displaced with something entirely different. 9 squares, arranged in a 3x3 square.
What is that?
I don't have
9
any idea. It
rooms,
just showed up after I cracked
9
the password.
persons, 9 squares.
You think it's a puzzle?
To
Wait,
be
first,
honest,
can
when
we
I
talk
played
about...
the game, I 100% brute force this one, and then I realized afterwards how to solve it, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
So, like, wait a minute, and then it's, like, actually super, super easy.
It certainly looks like
Yeah.
one.
As she spoke, Lotus stood up.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
Junpei really is living under a cave. Living under a cave, yeah. He's
Under
not
the
even
cave.
in...
He's so
not
far
even
in the cave, he's under
yeah.
it.
I can't do anymore. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard.
This
Nothing.
is very, real technical stuff that she's saying. It won't let me do any more programming.
I can do that too.
There's nothing more I can do.
Also, how did you crack the password?
Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei.
What?
Let me take a break, all right? I did my part.
Well...
He wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably wouldn't have run completely aground. Shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Lotus.
No problem. And make sure you know when you should thank people.
Now, I better take care of this myself.
Relationship
No
up.
more relying on anyone else.
Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. Ugh. Colored squares.
Yeah, did you brute force that one?
Serby,
Yeah.
how long did it take you?
Not long. It's easy to brute force.
Okay. I was just hoping. It wasn't like you took like hours or something to do it.
No. I'm really good at those kind of puzzles, even without a key like that. So.
Okay, I see. I thought it might have been.
That's why I didn't even cross my mind that there might actually be like a solution to it.
Oh, Mr. Fox, welcome.
But yeah, you just push them in the order that they gave you on the paper.
Yeah.
Did you hear a noise just now?
Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking.
Where did it come from?
I
did it
am
go?
doing A-okay. Just what? Oh!
Look! Junpei! The lights of the lockers are green!
Then we must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. I like how we only opened one of them. There's more than one key in here.
This one is small. It looks like it goes to some sort of machine.
Couldn't possibly be the machine with a keyhole that says turn to turn on the machine.
And this one has the Earth symbol on it.
I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole in a door on the A deck.
Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now.
Alright then, Earth
Bold
key.
assumptions.
I'll just tuck you away, deep in my pocket. Now, as for you, Other Key, we have some business. It's time to launch the nuclear missiles, guys.
It just says .com.
.com. Bracket.com. It was just at that moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
No, I don't. He put the puzzle aside for the moment and walked over to Clover.
What's up?
Well, never mind.
Hey, hold on a minute. What does...
This really is Kiwi, isn't it? She starts a sentence and stops it halfway.
Sorry, just forget about it. It's nothing.
Before he could say anything else, she spun around and ran back down the stairs.
What the hell was that?
Exactly, man. That's what I think every time Kiwi does that. After waiting a few minutes to see if she would return, Junpei sighed, shook his head, and went back to searching. It'd be really funny if, like, after this video goes up, if you give it a day or so, we just see Kiwi just say, "Fuck you" in the comments.
I would anticipate it if she ever did.
This key. The shape sure makes it seem like it goes to this machine. All right, I'm
The
turning it
ever-observant
on. Okay, the monitor is on now, and it's full of letters. No, it's just the color green. What are you talking about, Junpei?
It's showing some kind of warning. How I restore to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior.
Okay. Typing on this keyboard. Is it doing squat? So, The only thing about the room that's changed is that the lever is down now. The lever's still in the same place where it was. What do you mean? Not very impressive. Okay, so what does that do for us?
Junpei! This thing in here is on now.
Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you
What's wrong with your voice, Junpei?
play with it a little?
No.
Caress it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll turn this dial here. Turn. Oh, I don't think it's working. Nothing's happening.
Well, maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. Look! This is the monitor. There are a whole lot of cables under his table. Look! It's a wash basin, more commonly known as a sink. Look! Sciencey boy's lying on the table. His poor head is full of electrodes. Look! A drain for water. It hasn't been used in a long time, so it's completely dried up. Look! Got the scribblers through the table already. Look at that! It's a rack. It's not lotuses though. Damn. What? Look at the stairs! Oh. Look again! Maybe if you increase the voltage!
Roger! Will do. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to max voltage.
Max voltage? Hey! Wait, Clover! Aw, shit! Here we go again!
Oh no.
Oh,
Later,
good
Mr.
night.
Fox.
See you later. Thank you for coming to the stream.
Well, what? I think,
No! Sciencey boy, no!
Oh my god!
Oh my
The
god.
mannequin's head.
Oh man. That sounds like a fire alarm. Go. What the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. Well, I guess Clover's dead now. Sciencey boy's head is on fire. Sciencey boy. No! Oh, the humanity. What the hell is science boy? Are you talking about the mannequin? Yes. Forget about the mannequin. You need to help Clover now. Oh.
Science boy, best boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Junpei! Do something!
Sciencey boy, no!
This is your fault.
Why did I use Lotus's voice for that? My fault. Is it? So, I think you're screwed.
Junpei! It's so hot in here. Help me!
Alright, I will be seeing you. Oh! Junpei! Look at the light! Yes! It's lit! The emergency system is activated and disabled the lock! I don't know why we're using the same voice now. Now we can save Clover.
Junpei, what's wrong with you?
Come on, kid. Jump! She's safe! Oh man. That's some serious business. Time to close this door again, methinks. Clover! Are you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk.
Of course, I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, you pink jerk?
What sciencey boy? No!
I almost died.
Who cares about you? Sorry. I was going as fast as I could.
Check your privilege. Science boy is dead.
You two can do this later. Right now, we need to get the hell out of here. That fire's not gonna stay in that room forever.
Ever and ever. You found it.
I found it. Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out of the laboratory, slamming the doors shut behind them.
Whew, thank God we got out of there.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, yeah.
All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest, and his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clear air, and with each one, he could feel his body begin to calm down.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
They nodded to each other, and started off down the hallway. Before long, they found a few new doors, but all of them were locked.
Damn, none of these open. They're all locked.
How about that one?
The final door sat in a corner of the hallway.
Let's hope this is the door with the prize.
Junpei grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried out behind him. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. There was no doubt the voice belonged to Monokuma.
Jumpy!
Aw,
Must be Ace.
damn.
Huh?
Oh! He spun around. There, at the other end of the hallway, Junpei saw human figures running toward him.
Science boy?
New theory, Science Boy is actually Xero.
June?
Oh.
Santa! 7!
I feel like he was happy to see Santa at 7, but he was like questioning June's existence. June? They stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions, gasping for air.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
What are you guys doing here?
What are you guys doing here?
Well, before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Hey guys, could you come take a look at this?
Take a look, take a look. He was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd found.
Hey, on the wall.
He's a map.
Map of the ship's interior?
It says sea
Everyone's
deck.
favorite.
So it's the map for this floor then?
Drinking
Door
water.
7 and door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
Had some good water. In fact,
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the Nonary game works.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. This leads to...
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to wariness.
Oh,
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he had seen.
We may as well go.
Yeah.
As one, they all moved back toward the door Junpei had only a moment ago been ready to open.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior in brackets off of the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others.
Got a pocket full of maps.
The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5. How dramatic.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
They nodded, their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door, and thus, here is where we end the stream.
Oh, how cruel.
Ah, perfection. Ah, man. That sciencey boy. Poor sciencey boy, man. Well,
Science
I mean,
boy will be forever remembered.
losing him was a more horrible blow than losing number 9. Like,
Honestly,
who
though.
cares about that guy? Like, we had a more emotional connection to Science Boy than we do that guy.
Yeah.
Ah, man. But yeah, thank you to everybody who came to the stream, anybody watching the VOD, anybody lurking in chat. Thank you guys all so much for coming here and joining us for Zero Escapes, Zero from Zero Escape. It just works out so perfectly, doesn't it? We'll be doing this again next week, at the exact same time. Yes. So, we'll see you all next week. Later, dudes.
Bye-bye.